this year that they had such a good chance and they just blew it, you know? And, but no, that was incredible, man. And I'm watching and I'm, you know, because right after Minnesota scores, you're right. It's like you have all these questions planned in your head and you're writing them down in your notebook about the positives, and then the fourth down happens and then they score and it's like, oh no, now I gotta ask about all this stuff. Like, oh, it's brutal. And then they go down and score again, and it's like, I ripped it up. I'm like, I ain't asking him about the fourth down. Like, I'm not asking anything negative today. This is gonna be all positive. Yeah. I want to have fun with Coach. Like, you know, those guys are in a good mood. But yeah, that was really the first time. Well, obviously the first time all season that we've just seen them battle back through that adversity, and they got a chance to win it at the end of the game, which is something they haven't had in the other close games. All the other close games, the other teams had the ball to finish. This is the first time that they've had the ball to finish, and they finally came through, man. And that was, I'll tell you what, I mean, it wasn't a packed stadium. I don't know what they said, capacity was, but there was a ton of people still there waiting all the way to the end. And when they scored that final touchdown, it was rocking, man, and you felt happy for the fans too. Yeah. I mean, just going down there, and whoever did go down, they picked a good game, man. That was just a heck of a finish.
And Jared Goff, look, he played really well in the first half, and then the second half, the interception was bad, and for him to suck it up and take it down the field, although the delay of the game, he had to do that. Anyway, that was big for me.
Yeah, it was, and I think that just in the first half, watching him. His accuracy was there. He looked confident. He looked like he was in a rhythm, something that we really hadn't seen for a majority of the season. And something looked different about his confidence. He looked like he was playing a little bit looser. And then he had a really nice half. And then the second half, they kind of hit a lull there, like Coach said. And that interception was bad. I mean, he had, it was...
St. Brown was
wide open, and I was watching it live, and it's like, dude, just hit him on the crosser, and, you just stare down one guy, Hawkinson, and, that was the one bad decision that he had, but luckily, he made up for it. He made up for it. I mean, the final drive was, you don't want to say surgical, but it was good. It was good to see for his kind of mojo and his confidence, just to, he's been through a lot too in this town. I mean, not winning a game, and same as Coach Campbell, they've been in the same boat. And for him to go out there and win like that, I think it definitely gets you some mojo back on your side.
Yeah, and you could say not necessarily surgical, but patient.
Right.
A patient drive, because I'm looking at it too. I'm like, somebody's got to get out of bounds. Like, we don't have any timeouts. It's 5 yards, it's in bounds. It's 6 yards, it's in bounds. Clock is rolling, and a couple of spikes here and there. But we do got to talk about fourth one. 4th and 1. You and I have been in that situation. I don't care where you're on the field. Call comes in. 4th and not even 4th in a yard. It's like 4th and 6 inches.
They call a timeout before the play.
How pissed would you be? That's not.
I kind of go back and forth, man.
I would be so pissed.
You know what? I think
it's one thing if you have Aaron Rodgers.
I think right. I've just been an advocate this year of being creative on 3rd and 4th downs. I don't mind the call, but however, I do mind the operation. Meaning, if you're going to go for it on 4th down there and you're going to run that play, you have to get to the line as quick as you can. You have to go pretty much no huddle. Don't let the defense get lined up. Snap the ball and go, because that was a play that is similar to, remember what Cincinnati did on that 50-yard touchdown. It was 4th and 1 in midfield, again in Ford Field. Cincinnati rushes to the line real quick. They get up there, they snap, boom. Defense isn't lined up. Joe Mixon wide open, 50-yard touchdown in the flat. I don't mind the call. However, I think the operation was a little too obvious at that point. I think when you take the timeout and you huddle up in the formation that they lined up in, it was pretty much a dead giveaway. I think just the operation itself was not good. But you know what? It's also, you have to think as a player's perspective, okay, have we earned the opportunity to run that? You already got stuffed on a fourth down with the QB sneak. You couldn't get under the guy's pads. The 3rd and 2 right before that, Minnesota did the same thing. They stuffed up the middle and you couldn't get the first down. So I think as a player, you have to understand that throughout the course of the game, you have to earn those opportunities as an offensive lineman to get those runs called. So, I think it was, I don't like it just from where they were on the field, but I'm not going to bash the play call, because it was the first time they actually tried to do something different on 3rd down and tried to actually throw the ball a little bit. I don't mind you don't want to give him a pass for that. I think he was. You also have to
So
understand.
you
this
would
is
have punted,
only-
if you're coaching that team, same situation, you would have punted.
Probably, just with the way your defense is playing, but you also have to look, okay, it's 0-10 and one football team. Like,
Right.
what do you got to lose?
But the defense...
Another game.
The defense was...
Right, what do you got, yeah.
But the defense played well as far as not giving up touchdowns. But if you punt, and I'm not trying to defend it, but there'll be a lot of people defending, saying, especially what happened with the Bears the week before, if you punt the ball, they only need a field goal at that point. You know, with the way Justin Jefferson's playing, they'll methodically go down the field, milk the clock even more. And basically somebody said the Lions, it was the right decision to go for it because you knew that they get the
Save
ball
more
back.
time. Yeah, save more time. I get that. But the defense also, the previous drive, did a great job. I mean, that was when Jared Goff threw the interception.
Right. They had the game like 14 yards.
Yeah, and they got a couple penalties, and they backed up, and they ended up getting the ball right back. So I don't mind being aggressive. I'm glad I didn't have to ask Coach about it after, just because it always seems like there's one play a game where you're like, all right, Coach, take us through this call. I'm glad I didn't have to do that. But, like I said, I think if you make that play call, the operation just has to be a lot smoother.
Our telephone number, 248-539-9797. That's also the ticket text. Questions for TJ. He was right there on the sidelines when it happened. Also, somebody else was on the sidelines of the big game on Saturday. He actually got to participate in the game. Get to that. Coming up next, 97 on the ticket.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, look at the drive this morning dealing with a closure down in Monroe County, 75 both directions at Luna Pier. All lanes are blocked due to down power lines. You can use Dixie Highway or Telegraph as alternates. Elsewhere, the freeway is pretty clear right now. There's some road work coming up today for M10 northbound, West Jefferson from Griswold to northbound M10. Right lane closure starting at 7 this morning until 3 o'clock. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
With an Odyssey Sports Minute. A game plan executed to near perfection Monday. Of course, the Buffalo Bills knew exactly what the Patriots wanted to do, but they had limited success stopping the run. 46 carries, 222 yards. New England controlled the line of scrimmage and made the huge defensive stops in the fourth quarter. So it's a 7-game win streak for the Pats with no Tom Brady in sight. I'm Amy Lawrence.
Weather looking nasty? Don't change your plans, change your wiper blades. Michelin wiper blades use advanced technology to hug your windshield to channel away water, snow, and ice so you can see clearly and drive confidently. Upgrade to Michelin wiper blades, available on Amazon Prime.
From perfect presents to savoring the season, the holidays are happening at Lowe's Winterfest. Save on gifts for your favorite DIYer, like $80 off a DeWalt 2-tool 20-volt max brushless drill kit. Was $229, now $149. Or a Craftsman 6-gallon air compressor was $129, now $99. Find it all at Lowe's, in-store or online. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, U.S. only, valid to 12/8.
Weather looking nasty? Don't change your plans, change your wiper blades. Michelin wiper blades use advanced technology to hug your windshield to channel away water, snow, and ice so you can see clearly and drive confidently. Upgrade to Michelin wiper blades at Walmart.
The thing about the Home and Auto Bundle from Progressive is that by now you've heard a lot of ads about the Home and Auto Bundle from Progressive. We don't even need the words the Home and Auto Bundle anymore to tell you that you could save big with the ring-tailed lemur from Progressive, or that every hot beach cobbler comes with round-the-clock service and protection. And that's the thing about the goat with magic powers. You've heard a lot of ads about the sushi in Vancouver. See how much you could save with the Home and Auto with the Shaman in the Jungle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates of other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
The People's Choice Awards, hosted by Kenan Thompson, is the only award show chosen by you, the people. So let Kenan hear you.
With Nominees in every category.
TV,
Movies,
music, pop culture,
and performances from your favorite artists.
Christina Aguilera,
Shelton,
cool surprises,
plus huge icon award winners.
Halle Berry,
Dwayne Johnson,
Kardashian West.
and more.
hosted by me, Kenan Thompson. The People's Choice Awards, live tonight on NBC and E! And the red carpet starts first, live from E!
From city streets to back roads, from road warrior to carpooler, there are some things you can always count on, like the reliability, durability, and power of DieHard, America's most trusted auto battery. No matter where your journey takes you, count on DieHard to get you started on the road ahead. Available at your local Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest stores.
Are you a real estate agent, or have you ever thought about becoming a realtor? Hi, it's Mark Z with eXp. We are now hiring. Most realtors struggle because they don't have enough leads, or they work day and night with no retirement plan. I have a solution that includes company stock, residual income, and a great compensation plan. Come learn from the best. Me, Mark Z, at joinmarkz.com.
Update your tool cabinet and save on Masterforce Power Tool accessories at Menards. Masterforce has a large selection of power tool accessories with over 400 accessories in stock. From drill bits to blades, we have everything you need to spend less time shopping and more time doing. Get a Masterforce Boost 20-volt cordless oscillating tool for $99 on sale. Good through December 12th. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Looking for a deal on fast, reliable home internet? Switch to Xfinity and get a great low price. You'll get speed and coverage that you can rely on and a more secure home Wi-Fi network to help keep your family safe online. Plus, Xfinity is proud to support the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. That means you may be eligible to qualify to get free internet service for a limited time. That's right, you could qualify for free internet and get equipment included at no extra cost while this temporary program lasts. That's awesome savings on fast, reliable internet. Visit Xfinity.com/free to learn more. Ready for even more value? Ask how to add Xfinity Mobile, and you could pay as little as $15 a month on wireless with our 1 gig data option. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. Minimum $15 per month charge applies to by the gig. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet required. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage per line.
We're all on this planet together, so join Odyssey and find your one thing. This holiday season, invest in some LED Christmas lights. They use significantly less energy than regular bulbs. Join Odyssey, and together, each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
The Detroit Lions face the Denver Broncos. Lions game day begins Sunday at 1. Live from the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit on 97.1 The Ticket.
We're listening to the best of Stoney and Jansen together on 97.1 The Ticket. 248-539-9797. I do want to mention, TJ was hanging out with everybody at the Lodge on Thursday night for the Killers Christmas charity thing, and we raised $122,000.
Nice. That was a great event.
That was a
great event.
I know we had a good time.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Let's go to Perry in Detroit. You're 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning.
Good.
Wonderful weekend to be a sports fan in the state of Michigan.
Damn
I just want to say real quick. I think that this was Dan Campbell's best overall game. As far as from a head coaching perspective, I think it was the Rams game. But he called his best game since he took over as OC. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. That fourth down call, I had a problem with the play itself. But going forward, I think he knew exactly what it was. And watching his team give up chunks of yards late in games to get kicked in the gut with a long field goal at the end of the game, I think he knew that's what he was trying to avoid. I think it was the right call, even though they didn't make it, but it was just the wrong play selection. So my question is, what do you think about his evolution as a play caller? Because at first half, he had golf looking like Super Bowl golf. And do you think this will help him going forward, even if he's not calling the plays next season?
I thought, honestly, thanks for the call. I think it felt like the first time where they were in a rhythm offensively, right? It felt like, okay, run, play action, boom, moving down the field. It's the first time we've seen that since he took over after the bye week. So yeah, I do think he was putting the guys in good positions to make plays, and that's something that we just hadn't seen.
Correct.
The previous 3 weeks while he was calling plays, and quite frankly all season. So yeah, I agree with you there. Where offensively as a play caller, it looked like he probably took a step yesterday.
Is there a weird way were they kind of better without Swift because they passed the ball more? They weren't relying on him?
Maybe. I think you can definitely make a point that, when you have Goff, Swift, and Hawkinson out there, I mean, he pretty much just keys on those two guys, right? And he kind of reverted back on that interception,
yes.
Leaning too heavy on one of his guys, trying to throw it into triple coverage. But
TJ got a touchdown early in the game, which was more points than his alma mater scored Saturday.
Which is that was a great route. I mean, that play, Goff did a great job of looking off the safety, Harrison Smith, and just fit it into a nice window. And even the touchdown to Brock Wright, that was just a well-designed play, just to play action, send the tight end right up the seam, and so you're seeing a little bit of an evolution there with the play calling, where it's not so boring, just dive, and then just check down. They're starting to get spread the field out a little bit more, which I've tried to be an ambassador for all season. Spread it out a little bit more. But yeah, you definitely saw. You wouldn't say it was a perfect game, but you definitely saw some signs of hope.
Well, and I think you saw when we talk about rhythm, it's plays early in a series, or even back-to-back plays that are setting up the next one, and ones that, if they're successful, now all of a sudden, okay, this route was successful, let's change it up, same formation, we're going to run this different route tree. That's where I thought the evolution happened, and the fact that Jared Goff was able to see it. I wish he could always see the open receiver and throw guys open, but I thought it was a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that really stood out too is they did a nice job of matching the run and the play action pass, meaning running the play action off the same looks, right? The same formations, the same motions. There's a couple plays where, Kabinda motions out to the left to play the wing, and then they're running, a couple cutbacks, they're running a couple counters off of that, and then 3 plays later, running the play action, now you got a guy wide open. I think that offensively you have to have that mesh to where it's just not predictable, right? You keep the defense on their toes. They don't know what's coming. It just seemed like too often in the previous games, the defense knew exactly when the play action was coming. They knew exactly when the run was coming. But yesterday was the first time that it really looked like Minnesota's defense you had them on their heels a little bit. And I know they were missing their two, stud linebackers.